Hi guys, welcome to this video on reading comprehension. Now in this video I'm going to talk about one aspect of reading comprehension, which is your tones of the passages. So that is going to be the main focus of today's video. Alright, these are the 10 main strategies which we use at CET King. We start the basics of RC key question, the main major type of question which are coming in RC common mistakes. This is a very important part of the workshop, that we'll talk about the various common mistake people do. In fact, let me rephrase the word. If you do any mistake in RC, that have to be out of these 5 mistakes which we commonly discuss here. Rephrasing your RC is next strategy. RC roadmap. 1.3 RC is a brilliant strategy which is used to answer all the informal or inference based questions, like your main idea of the passage, purpose of the passage, all these things. TSPM is another strategy which I use for the solving a various RC type of question. RC 2.3 and 2 by 3 strategy is one more thing. And last is a CET King G strategy, which is basically not the genius student strategy, but a Garib student strategy. Garib means the poor student. Fine. So this strategy basically works wonder for people who are not very good in verbal, especially engineers who are scared of RC. Fine. So these are the few strategies which we are going to discuss in the complete video, in the complete workshop if you join CET King. But today I'm here going to talk about mainly the tones of the passages. Alright, now RC, this workshop is one of the 12 main workshops which we have at CET King. 6 workshops for quant. We call them the quant cutoff clearing workshop. Any exam you pick up, if you have seen all these, if you've attended all these workshops, I promise you that you will be able to touch all the cutoffs of every exam. Similarly, 6 workshops for verbal. One is a RC is one of them. Grammar, vocab, fill in the blanks, parajumbles, critical reasoning, and logical reasoning. These are 6 workshops in verbal as well. So total 12 workshops are there overall in this CET King workshop series. Alright, so I'll start off with the first part, which is the tone of the passages. Now these are the 3 main type of questions which are there: tones of the passages, main idea, and purpose of a passage. Now if I talk about CAT exam, out of 11 questions, 8 questions are based on these 3 types of questions. If I talk about CMAT exam, out of 15 questions, 12 to 15 questions which are coming in CMAT on RC, around 10 questions, 9 to 10 questions are based on these kind of inference based RCs. Fine. So this comes as a very important part of that. So we use mainly 3 strategies to solve this question. For tones, we use 1.3 strategy and 51 tones. So this part I'm going to cover up today. 51 type of tones which are there, commonly used tones, followed by the main idea. And I normally recommend someone to fill this house of main idea kind of diagram while they're solving the RC, so that they get 100% marks in this area. Last is the purpose of the passage. Purpose of the passage is basically divided into 3 things. Either the objective is to inform, or to entertain, or to persuade. Fine. Any kind of a purpose can be divided into these 3 parts. Anyway, that's not the part of the workshop today. I'm going to focus on the tones of the passages only at the part of this video. Alright, so in this part I'm going to talk about the 51 tones here. Our 1.3 strategy is done in another video. If you've joined CET King, you can see that video online, or will be discussed in the class itself. Fine. Before we start doing that thing, I want to do a paradigm shift in your preparation for RC, because since school days we have been doing RCs. I remember in class 5th we had the first RC. There's a paragraph and a few questions based on that. So I want you to make a paradigm shift from what we used to think earlier and what is there today with this one slide. What is more important in a reading comprehension passage? A fact or opinion? Yep. Now most of the few people who have seen a few questions in your exams will answer this opinion, obviously. Fine, not the fact. But let me ask you the question, then why we are spending so much time reading the RC? Look back what you've done so far in your life. Always we have done what we've done. We have always read the RC. We always are focused on the text, but not on the opinion. Out of 8 out of 11 questions, which is almost 70-75% of the paper, have moved to a inference based RCs, not a facts based RCs. So in other words, if you are reading the complete passage, you are stupid. Yep, seriously. So we are here to help you out with how you can speed up the time, how you can reduce the time by half by reading the passages, only the important information which you need to take out from the passage. So don't just mug up the words, don't just read the facts, look at the opinion, look at what author is trying to say, or the focus should be on author rather than the text. Fine. So in the RC, text is not important, but the author, who is invisible hand behind the author, behind the article, is more important. Fine. So we have to move the focus from text to author. All right. That's what I want to talk about. Now I want you to pause the video and look at this one pager, this one line. Find out whether it's a fact, opinion, or a combination of both. Although many people think the 1950s was the golden era of baseball, when the fan interest was at highest, the attendance figures are much higher today, even when allowances are made for the increase in population. What is this? A fact or opinion? Yeah. Now you might think it's opinion, but it's a fact. He's just talking about the facts which are done there. Fine, you can check them out. So facts are things which you can find out. Alright, another one of them. Can you again pause the video and find out whether it's a fact, opinion, or a combination of both? The spread of the electronic calculators far more than encouraging interest in mathematics by making the boring calculation unnecessary. Yeah, boring calculations. Now, boring calculation is only for this particular person, particular author, not for everyone. Fine. So this basically is talking about the opinion. Fine. If you've seen this question, you've seen these kind of question FIJs, facts, inference, and judgments. Now these are the type of FIJ basically came from RC. Now for those who don't know the history part of that, FIA was devised as a tool to solve RCs, but ended up becoming itself as a question in CAT and CMAT and other exams. Fine. So FIJ is a very important strategy normally used. Alright, well, let's move to the type of question which are coming. We are moving on to the tones of passages. Now my objective for you people in the next few minutes is walk you through all the type of tones which are there in the passage. Fine. So can you please pause the video and try to find out the tone here before we start solving a few more type of sounds. This place may be shabby, but since both of my children were born while we lived here, it has a special place in my heart. Is it cheerful? No. Is it euphoric? Euphoric is more of a celebrating mode. Now this can be a right answer, but it's not. The energy is not there in this question. Fine. The author is not very energetic or euphoric. Both these terms mean having a lot of energy involved. But yes, author is sentimental. Yeah, because he used the word special place in my heart. Yeah, so author's tone is sentimental. Yeah, alright, so let's now pause the video, look at each of these important tones. Absurd is obviously silly, ridiculous. Ambivalent is undecided, person who is undecided or mixed opinion. Now, if an author is talking about a war, he is giving some positive views and some negative views of a war. That war used to happen, wars are very good for the economy and all. On the other hand, he is saying war is very bad for the social purpose. Fine. Next is amused, entertained, finding humor, expressed by a smile or laugh, a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. Angry, obviously, enraged, very mad, very threatening, all this kind of thing. Apathetic is lack of concern, showing no respect for. Fine. Arrogant, obviously arrogant. Bitter is resentful and all these things. Cheerful, jovial, happy. Comic is humorous. Now cheerful and comic are very close words, so please look at the real meaning of what they are looking for. Fine. So I gave you a few hints for these are the 10 type of tones which are very common in every exam. If you pick up CAT exam, you pick up CMAT exam, pick up CET or any other exam, these are very common terms. Alright, next one, can you please try this? This isn't the greatest apartment in the world, but it's really not, it's really not that bad. Is he amused? No. Is he apathetic? Now he is not saying anything bad about the word. Tolerant? Yes, possible. Arrogant? Not at all possible. So what he's doing is basically just getting used to the facts. It's just being tolerant of the situation he has. Constantly tolerant. Fine. My objective here is to give you all the 50 type of tones so that if they come in the exam, you can easily pick up from the passage. Now that's what my main theory is, that if you pick up any exam, how many types of tones are there? 10, 20, 40, 50. So we combined all the 50 type of tones into one video, which is this video. Fine. So tone is tolerant because not really that bad. So he's okay with the situation he's in. Fine. Moving on to the next part of the this thing of the tones. Comic tones is humorous, funny tone. Compassionate is sympathetic, having feelings for other. Complex is obviously complicated and all. Consent, Condescending is obviously is patronizing or stopping at the level as one's inferior. Critical, cruel, cynical. Cynical is a very common word which is scornful about the other or bitterly mocking other people, not himself but other people. Fine. Depressed, well, obviously sad, unhappy. Detached, away from the feelings, having no feeling, interest, or alright with everything. Now, detached is very close to tolerant in the last passage we saw. Distressed, upset. Fine. So all these commonly used words are there as a tone of the passage as well. Again, very common. Now, can you please pause and try to do it yourself? Only if there was some decent jobs out there, I won't be reduced to living in this miserable dump. Is he acerbic? Acerbic is a bad word used for someone or situation. Is he bitter? Possible. Now, acerbic is a very high level, high degree of bitterness. Now, he's not that bad in talking about this thing. Cynical is like we talked earlier about other people, not about himself. He is cynical. He is skeptical about other people. Detached? No, he's not detached at all. He's talking about his miserable situation. So answer would be bitter. Alright. So the is bitter basically. Why? Because the miserable dump, what he call himself. Alright, next part of the few tones. Earnest is sincere, obviously. Formal, gentle, hard, unfeeling, light-hearted. Incredulous, doubtful. Again, a very common word. Indignant is angry. Intense, intimate, ironic. Again, a very common tone of the passage in the exam. So, ironic is very, again, talking the unexpected opposite meaning of the event or a word. Irrelevant, joyous. Joyous is happy, again, is kind of a comic as well, but not that close to that word. Fine, again, let's please pause the video and try to do one of the RC yourself. This place does not need some improvements, some repairs, but I'm sure the landlord will be making improvements sometime soon. Incredulous, is he talking bad about anyone? No. Compassionate, possible. Optimistic, possible. Reverent, he is not praying or he is not worshipping the landlord. So compassionate, optimistic, two very close terms, but answer would be optimistic. Compassionate is showing emotions or passions for someone else. Yep, so answer would be optimistic. So this place does not need the author's term is optimistic, obviously. Yep, another few words. Loving, affectionate, compassionate, all these things. Malicious is bad. Mal is a bad word. Malware, malfunction, fine, so bad. Mocking, ridiculous, nostalgic, objective. Objective is again a very common used word. Optimistic we just talked about. Outspoken, pathetic, pessimistic, or playful. Playful is again a very common tone of the passage which is used in few of the exams. Alright, again let's please pause the video and try to solve it. When we move away, we are planning to release 300 cockroaches and 2 mice. So we leave the place exactly the way we find it. Alright, now we're talking about the place. Depressed, okay, maybe possible. Sarcastic, yes. Comic, maybe true. Acerbic, no, he's not talking a bad language. Depressed, no. Sarcastic or comic. Now, sarcastic is a bad sense of comic. Comic is still a positive word. So sarcastic is a bad word. See, this is what we're doing now. If once we move on to the next strategy, which is the G strategy, in which I will talk about how we can solve all these questions within 30 seconds. Fine. But in this video is more of an introductory video to all the kind of tones which are there. Fine. When we are moving away from this, obviously tone is humorous, is comic tone. Fine. Next few, reticent, restrained, person don't talk too much. Reverent, respectful, showing respect for someone. Righteous, who is morally right or morally justified. Satiric is kind of a ironic, is ridiculous, ridiculous. Sentimental, serious, straightforward, sympathetic. Sympathetic is again a very common word. Tragic, disastrous. Uneasy, vindicative. Vindicative is obviously revengeful. Yep. So again, a few tones. Please pause the video and try to note down these tones. Trust me, you'll see a lot of these tones are very common in the passage. Out of your passage, if I just talk the tone of the passage, 4 out of the 10 questions are going to be based on tones. Fine. Alright, one more question. Please pause the video. In this apartment we live in, it provides shelter. It's a plain, blatant, vanilla line. Is it earnest? Is it intense? Not at all. Is it ironic? No. So leftover is objective. So anything which is fact-based statement is objective statement. Alright, the tone is objective because not expressing any feelings. Alright, so now we have done through all the 51 types of tones. So I hope you are making your notes as well to see the tones. Now I want you to pause the video and let's do a couple of questions. Can you please pause the video and try to solve this yourself? Tony's place is crammed with tiny building next to the fine art theater. Owners offer a menu of Italian food. They got the checker table, dim lights, crusty bread. They also know how to make a healthy red sauce. Too bad they use it to drown delicate fish. They also seem to blaze everything with the truckloads of garlic. The service needs some work to waiter don't know what the special are. The only thing refill of water glass we asked for. With the combination of fake friendly chatter to outraging nagging. Alright, now if I try to introduce to G strategy or put in the flavor of that strategy into this thing, is it talking good or bad about this plane of this article? Is it the author is talking good or bad? Bad? Yeah. He's using all the negative words here. So sad, possible. If you look at the options, plain and factful, no. Boastful, not at all. Sad or the critical, finding false. Very common tone. So answer here would be critical. He's not sad at all. He's not talking about himself. He's talking about a review of a restaurant or a eatery or eating joint where he has been to. So he's being critical and fault finding. Yeah. Alright. Another part. Can you please try to do yourself? Same question, the same passage, but the question is different. The writer says he seemed to see us only as an automatic tipping machine. No, what is that? Nah, he's comic? Yes. Is he very serious? No. Is he sympathetic? No. He's threatening? Nah. He is sarcastic. Fine. Now this kind of a strategy we'll do in paraphrasing or rephrasing, in which we'll rephrase the words in the paragraph according to our needs, so that we can quickly jump onto the answers. Fine. So all these strategies which I talked about, which I talked in the starting, will be taken care of if you have joined the seed taking. Then I would, if you not join us, I would recommend you to please join us for the workshops. Alright, last part. Please note in your checkbook how much money you spent using our ATM card today. Fine. So now there are 4 questions back to back, and there are 6 options. We have to find out which option would suit here. Is it sympathetic? Yes, maybe possible. Straightforward? Yes, maybe possible. Sad? No. Sarcastic? No. Irritated? No. Threatening? No. So is it sympathetic or is straightforward? Is he feeling sad or is he feeling emotional about you have spent your money? Not at all. It's just a straightforward vanilla statement. Yeah, answer is B, Bombay. Second statement. Hey, lay off, you don't have to nag me. I was going to do it anyways. Sympathetic? No. Straightforward? Sad? Yes, but the degree is a little bit more high. Sarcastic? No. Irritated? Yes, possible. Threatening? No, not threatening at all. Or rather, he is being threatened. So answer is E, irritated. The person is irritated because of these words. Next one. When are you going to take the garbage out? Sometime this year, maybe. Now this question. If I use a rephrase strategy, you can get the answer within 10 seconds. Sympathetic, no. Straightforward, no. Sad, no. Sarcastic, yes. Now if you've seen in this video only, we have used sarcastic twice, so it's a very common tone. Irritated, no. Threatening, kind of, but it's not. The degree is very low. The degree is not at all threatening. Yeah, he's just being sarcastic. Alright, next part. I know it's been hard and I appreciate all you have been going through right now. If you will just put the receipts on the counter, I'll take out the paperwork for you. Now a difficult one, no doubt about this. What is the author talking about? I know it's been very hard for you. I appreciate all you've been going through. So author is being sympathetic, not straightforward, not sad. He's sad for the other person, not himself. It's called sympathetic or empathy. Empathy is a new word which is in thing now. Empathy is understanding the emotions of other people. So this guy is empathetic, of course. Irritating, not threatening. So answer is empathetic. Fine. So if you've not joined us, please join us for your quant and verbal workshops for your exams. Yep. You can call us on 9820500380 or you can go to our site ceattaking.com for more details. Alright. Thank you. All the best.